Now today we are going to perform a determination of performance of single phase transformer by conducting open circuit test and short circuit test. So this is the indirect method of testing for the single phase transformer to find out the efficiency and voltage regulation. Second, we are able to find out the equivalent circuit parameter of single phase transformer, and higher capacity transformer can be tested very easily with the help of open circuit test and short circuit test. Okay, now the same procedure for the three phase transformer. The procedure is same, calculation is same, because in case of calculation we always use per phase calculation. Okay, so now here in the circuit it is shown that this is the single phase transformer. This is your single phase transformer, and ammeter is connected through wattmeter, and this is the HV winding of transformer, this is LV winding of transformer. So our transformer is 2 kVA. Transformer is 2 kVA, 230 volt by 115 volt. This is LPF wattmeter. Why we are using the LPF wattmeter? Because under no load test or no load condition, the transformer working power factor is very poor. It is 0.2, 0.3 like that one. So we are especially using the LPF, low power factor wattmeter is there. Now rated voltage is 230, so we are selected the 0 to 300 volt, and the current is very small, so it is 0 to 2 ampere. Now what is the rated current of the transformer primary side and secondary side? For the HV side, the transformer rating is 2 kVA, so 2 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 230 volt, so it is 8.6 ampere. And whereas on the LV side, where the less number of turns are there, so the current I2 is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 115, it is 7.3 ampere. So the full load current of the transformer on the HV side is 8.6 and LV side is 7.3 ampere. So in the open circuit test, we are going to apply the rated voltage, because under rated voltage the iron losses, eddy current and hysteresis loss, which is depend upon the voltage. So we will get the rated constant loss, and your secondary is open circuited. So under such condition, V rated, so it is the rated will be a 230 volt. We have to apply 230 volt at all condition. Now whereas we are going to measure the no load current, definitely it is very small, and the power consumed by the power indicated by the wattmeter. So let my reading is 50.5 ampere, and here is the 50 watt. Okay, 50 watt is there. So this is the open circuit test. Now under short circuit test, I will replace this voltmeter by ammeter. Now what would be the ammeter reading? Because the current is 17.3, so the current is definitely it is more than 17 point up to 17.3. So I am using the 0 to 20 ampere is the short circuit current. Whereas the voltage applied will be very small, so it is not able to measure. So it is better to use up to the 115 volt voltmeter, or with the help of multimeter, digital multimeter, we can measure this one. Now what would be the change? Here the current will be rated. In the short circuit the current will be rated. So you have to replace this ammeter by a rated current. What would be the rated current? Is 8.6. So we should replace it by 0 to 10. Okay. So this is the changes in the circuit diagram to conduct the short circuit test. But what are the precautions? Now see here, we have not replaced the LV winding inside and HV winding on the say LV winding is connected with the instruments, because it is a small transformer, no doubt. But for the higher capacity transformer, the short circuit test is carried out on the LV side. Sorry, open circuit test is carried out on the HV LV. Open circuit test is carried out on LV side and short circuit test on HV side. Okay, so we have not replaced here. We are taking on the, so whatever the parameters we are going to find out on the primary side, that is the HV side. Now here in this case the rated voltage will not be there, small voltage. We have to increase very slowly, you will find that even at the very small voltage it will circulate the full load current. Either it is measured by the secondary winding or either it is measured by the, so the current will be rated. So what is the current? The 17.3 is the rated current. We have to increase the voltage till it will circulate 17.3 ampere. Now say I have voltage is 13 volt, and at the same time the power is 100 watt is there. 100 watt is there. So this is going to the short circuit test on the transformer. Okay, so this is the test we are doing. Now how to do the calculation? So what would be the vector diagram on the no load test? So this is your flux phi. Okay, now this is the no load current I0. This is the component which is I mu, is a magnetizing component. This component is the IW, which is able to it is going to say represent the core loss component, and this is nothing but the theta 0. Okay, so from this one I can say that I mu is equal to I0 into sin theta 0, and IW is equal to I cos theta 0. Okay. Now from the no load test, what is the no load test? The no load power W0 is equal to V0 I0 cos of theta 0. So we can find out the cos of theta 0 is equal to W0 upon V0 I0, which is equal to power is 50 watt divided by 230 volt multiplied by 0.5, and we get theta 0 is equal to 83.7. It is a 83.7 degrees. So you just try to calculate these values simultaneously. Similarly, I can find out the I mu and IW. So I mu is equal to I0 sin theta 0, which is equal to, and IW is equal to I0 cos of theta 0. So put these values, we are able to find out. Just try to calculate. So what is the values? It is 0.49 ampere, and whereas it is a 0.005 ampere. So now this is the values we have found. Now from this one we are able to, so from this open circuit test we are going to find out the exciting component. What is the exciting component? The exciting component we are able to find is, this is your exciting reactance, resistance, which show the core loss of the transformer. So this current is I0, okay, this current is IW, this current is I mu. So it can be represented as X0 and R0. So from this one we are going to find out, this is the voltage V1. Okay, so part of this equivalent circuit we are going to find out, which is referred to the HV side. It is referred to HV side because the instruments are connected on HV side. So therefore R0 is equal to V1 upon IW, and X0 is equal to V1 upon IM. So these values are, it is 469 ohms, and resistance is equal to 4600. So this is the exciting component of equivalent circuit, which is going to find out from the open circuit test. Okay. Now what is the open circuit test? This is nothing but it is the core loss. It is the core loss, and we can say that this is the constant losses. Okay. Now we will try to solve the short circuit test. So now from the short circuit test we are going to find out this is the resistance and this is the reactance. Okay, we are going to find out as the instruments are connected in short circuit test. Again is the HV winding, so it is referred to HV side, that is the primary side. So we will write as a R1 and this is X1. Okay, now power under short circuit, which can be written as WSC. Here the voltage across the primary is very small, so iron losses are negligible small, so we neglect the iron losses, and whatever the losses, whatever the power shown by this wattmeter, it is because of the copper losses. So because of this copper losses, it is I2 square R2, isn't it? It is a I2 square. Okay, this is the short circuit current in the primary side. It is a 8.6 only. Okay, this is 17.3 ampere, whereas in this case it is 8.6 ampere. So it is a I1 square R1, and therefore we are able to find I1 is equal to resistance referred to the primary side. It is equal to 1.13. 1.32 ohm. Now we can calculate impedance Z1 is equal to V1 upon I1, which is equal to 13 divided by 8.6 ampere, and hence we get Z1 is equal to impedance is equal to 1.149 ohms, and hence your reactance X1, it's under root Z1 square minus R1 square, which is equal to 0.69. So 0.691. So by this way we are able to find out the equivalent parameter which is referred to the primary side. As the instruments are connected in the primary side, in the open circuit test and short circuit test, there is no need to refer either primary side and secondary side. So we can have equivalent circuit like that. This is the resistance, reactance, and this is the exciting component. All are referred to the primary side. It is a V1. This is V2 dash or V2 dash over here. It is the R1 value. It is a 1.32 ohm. It is a 0.69 ohms, isn't it? This reactance is X0 is equal to 469. And this one will be the 4600 ohm. So this is the equivalent circuit of transformer. Okay. Now once we know the equivalent circuit of the transformer, we can able to calculate the efficiency and voltage regulation. Now similarly under the no load test, this is the core loss. Similarly on the short circuit test, whatever the wattmeter reading, it is the full load CU loss. Full load CU loss, total full load CU loss. So you can consider. Now just I will rub it, and we will see the calculation of voltage regulation. Okay, from the equivalent circuit parameters. Now see here, what is the percentage voltage regulation is equal to percentage voltage regulation is equal to, say it is referred to the HV side because it is I1 or primary side is R1 cos theta 1 plus I2, so it is a X2 sin theta 2 or sin theta 1 because we are referring to the primary side, divided by voltage V1 plus or minus, plus for lagging power factor and minus for leading power factor. Okay, so if you put the value of I1, it is a 8.6 multiplied by resistance is 1.39 into power factor say 0.8 power factor, plus lagging power factor. So x2 is equal to 0.69, sin theta 0.8 inverse, this one it is a 0.61 divided by voltage 230. If you want to refer the voltage regulation to the LV side, then the percentage voltage regulation become, it is a I2 into R2 cos theta 2 plus or minus x2 sin theta 2 divided by V. But we have to refer the resistance to the secondary side. So the value of under such condition, it is for the 5.5%. It is 5.5%. Now, if you want to calculate the voltage regulation referred to the secondary side, that is LV side, so you have to refer first resistance R2 is equal to R1 into N1 upon N2 bracket square, or it is R1 into V1 upon V2 bracket square, that is it is 1.39 multiplied by voltage is 230. It is voltage is, we want to refer on the secondary side, okay. So it is V2 N2 N1 and this is V2 V1. So it is 115 divided by 230 bracket square. So you are able to find to the refer to the secondary side, it is a 0.33 ohms, whereas x2 is equal to x1 bracket V2 upon V1 bracket square, and its value is equal to 0.17 ohm. Okay, so if you put this value, percentage voltage regulation is equal to I2, it is 17.3 into bracket 0.33 into 0.8 plus 0.17 into 0.6 divided by 115, and again you will get the same value, it is a 5.5%. So you can refer to the all the parameter either primary side or secondary side, but you have to take care it should be multiplied by the current in the referred value, that is either in the primary one or secondary one. Okay, so by this way we can able to calculate the voltage regulation. Now how to calculate the efficiency? So we know that the efficiency, percentage efficiency is equal to x, that is the percentage of load, kVA into 10 raised to 3 divided by x kVA into 10 raised to 3 plus Wi, that is the iron losses, or here you can write as a W0 plus x square WCU or SC, short circuit power. Okay, so for example it is at 100% load, so x is equal to 1, okay, and power factor is equal to 0.8 lag, or say the power factor we can consider as a 1 or u for any value. Okay, so therefore x is the 1 into 2 kVA into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by 0.8 power factor. This is the output, and output plus losses, so 2 into 10 raised to 3 0.8. W0 is 50 plus x square is 1 multiplied by 100, so it will give the efficiency at 100%. Now similarly you can calculate efficiency at 50% load, okay, and power factor is equal to 0.8. So again the efficiency is equal to x is 0.5, because x is equal to 0.5 multiplied by 2 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 0.5 into 2 into 10 raised to 3 plus W0 is remain as it is 50 because it is the constant losses, plus x is the 0.5 square multiplied by 100, and it will give the efficiency. So at 100%, it is a 91.42% efficiency, and whereas for 50% again it is a something 90% efficiency or 91% efficiency. So under such value, If you put the value of x is equal to 0.8, so 80% efficiency, and so on. So we are able to draw a table which will indicate all type of calculations at a glance, and we can prepare. So here x, that is the percentage of load, x is the percentage load, okay. So you can take the different value. Now second is the kVA. So x kVA is the load kVA, so you can write as a load kVA, okay, load kVA. Then output, so it is the x kVA into power factor, x kVA into power factor multiplied by 10⁻�3. You can calculate the constant losses, constant loss, which will remain same W0 at all for 50 at all values, whereas CU loss is x square WSC, it is varies with respect to the load. We can calculate percentage efficiency and similarly percentage regulation. So by this way, in the single table we can able to find at different load condition, and we are able to draw this one. Say it is a 10%, 30%, 50%, 75% and 100%. So by this way we are able to find the efficiency and regulation at desired percentage of load only by a single test, that is the open circuit test and short circuit test. We take here the percentage load, here percentage efficiency, percentage regulation. So we are able to find this is somewhere at some particular load condition it will be the maximum efficiency, and voltage regulation as the load increases the voltage regulation will also be the. So this is the open circuit short circuit test, and from this open circuit and short circuit test we are able to find the different parameters at any desired value from this test condition. And this test is more suitable for the higher capacity transformer, where in our lab the capacity of load and the capacity of power input is not available, but under open circuit and short circuit test it required less amount of power. Thank you.